Welcome to Rick Snider's Washington on YouTube, where you get the whole story. So please like, share, subscribe, and even comment. Day 3 of the NFL draft, and so far I think most Washington Commanders fans would go, after 3 rounds. The first pick, I think he's a usable player, a role player. You'd like to get more out of that than a number 1. Number 2 is a backup defensive tackle at this point. May develop into a starter eventually. So it's hard to say. I didn't hate the pick. I just thought, like the first 2 rounds, I thought they could have gone for something different. But you give it time, you'll see. Number 3, I like. They got a running back out of Alabama, Brian Robinson, who I think they really could use between tackles. So I like that. And in a round 3 pick, sure, why not? All right, so Saturday is all about rounds 4 through 7. And basically, what are the Washington Commanders going to do? I think they're going to do what they did like in the first 3 rounds. They're going to look for needs. Best player available too plays into this. But best player available versus need is if they're pretty even. Then you say, okay, let's take the guy we really need. If the guy is much better as a talent, you go that direction because you're growing for the future. When you reach for players, you reach to your grave. So I think they're basically just going to kind of look for guys. I wouldn't be surprised to see a corner who can also play teams. Don't see a receiver. Could see an offensive lineman, especially a guard on there. Hey, if Carson Strong is there in round 4, I think you maybe really consider it. On there, the quarterback's amazingly dropped in this draft, probably the worst ever in the modern era. I have to look that up. Linebacker, they could use one, but he's got to be able to play teams too at this point. You need duality on these players. So I think you'll see a little bit of everything, and I think you'll probably see a couple trades today by them. I'm Rick Snider for Rick Snider's Washington. I'll be back at the end of the draft. Got grandkid duty today too, and I'll see you again soon.